Final segment of the show for the morning, and the topic is the Tennessee Board of Regents, and we're talking to Chancellor John Morgan, who is the head of the Tennessee Board of Regents, and he's given us some information in reference to some of the challenges and some of the opportunities that are facing the system this morning. And of course, Chancellor, let's pick up by having you to talk about some of the challenges, some of the things that you think are challenging in terms of outside of money. I know money is always a challenge, but outside of money, what are some of the things that you feel that you're challenged by, and what are some of the opportunities after we talk about?
Well, one of the, historically in this, hopefully this changes in the near future because of all the work that has been done in Tennessee by prior administrations, prior governors, and this governor in terms of K-12 education or P-12 education. Roughly 70% of the students who enter our institutions in the Tennessee Board of Regents come to us really unprepared for college level work. And that's particularly true in mathematics, also true in English and language arts, but especially true in mathematics. So one of the big challenges we have in this environment of performance and outcomes is being successful with students who really need help from day one when they come into our system. So much of what we have been doing in the last couple of years is trying to find ways to build our programs to overcome those deficiencies, to get students up to college level as quickly as we can. And there's a lot of really great innovation going on within our system, and I believe the same is true in the University of Tennessee system as well, in how we deal with those underprepared students. Now, if the reforms in P-12 education are successful, and we would hope in the next 2 years, 3 years, and in the near term, we would find students graduating from high school that were ready to do college ready when they come out of high school, but that's not the case right now. And since the higher education funding formula, not to complain about money again, but because the formula is based on outcomes, and those outcomes are driven mostly by student success, then it's critical for us, if we're going to be successful as a system and institutions within our system, to find ways to be successful with students that historically we haven't done that well with. You know, Tennessee's demographics are changing. We see much greater growth in the African American population in terms of high school graduates, even greater growth among Hispanic students. And historically, those students tend to come, unfortunately, from lower income households. They tend many times to be first-generation college students. They tend to be more likely to have gone to high schools that don't do the best job of preparation. But those are the students that we serve, and those are the students we need to serve in order for Tennessee to be successful. So our challenge really is taking the resources we have, using those resources in a way that we can be successful with students that historically we haven't done as well with, in order to generate the outcomes that will generate more investment in higher education, and more importantly than generate more investment, really meet the state's needs.
Now, what about some of the opportunities that you see now, and some of the plans that you have in terms of how Tennessee should move in terms of higher education?
The opportunities, I think, maybe the challenges and the opportunities are very similar. But this is a good time to be in public higher education in Tennessee. The special session that passed the Complete College Act, I think was a real turning point in Tennessee. Tennessee is looked at now nationally as being a leader in higher education reform and innovation. And that's a real opportunity for us to excel. You know, there's a lot of rankings, a lot of categories, a lot of publications that don't necessarily rank Tennessee very high on a lot of measures. But I believe we are poised as a state to really show the rest of the country how we can be much more successful in higher education in Tennessee. So that's a great opportunity for us. We're currently on the leading edge of expectation. I think we can be on the leading edge of innovation, and that's very much the business that we're in.
I like that, the leading edge of expectation.
We have set expectations very high in Tennessee. We have embarked on some reform initiatives that the rest of the country is watching, and I'm determined that at least the Board of Regents is not going to disappoint.
And so overall, you believe that the state of Tennessee is in a real good situation now to move forward and to educate more students. And
we're going to move forward, and we're focused on student success in a way that we have never been before. And I believe we are poised to be very successful. The talk is right in Tennessee. Employers are stepping up and understanding and helping parents and students understand how critical it is that post-secondary education be a feature of our workforce and of our efforts.